Welcome to the Real Estate News Channel. My name is Stephen Pace.
And I'm Mark Cunningham, and this is not my twin brother, Doug,
Hello.
right? Obviously, you know what? Doug is out there. He's cruising with his family this week, so he's going to be gone.
He's a slacker.
Having some sort of Brady Bunch adventure. So let's move on. Today in the news, the Financial Crisis Inquiry Commission. I wanted to say federal because they created a federal commission.
Another commission.
Another commission came out with their report, and it's staggering what they found out about this whole housing crisis that started way back in 2006, 2007. Okay, so what they said was that consumers are to blame. Okay, consumers are to blame. They bought homes they couldn't afford. I don't know if you knew that or not.
That's a tough one to figure out.
They also said that banks offered up programs that were just kind of crazy, that they didn't have any foresight into what it might do. Like, for instance, the stated income loans.
Bogomir, get a loan.
Bogomir, 100%, sometimes 110%. Remember those?
The old 80-20s, 80-30s.
Exactly. The 5 years, the 10 years, whatever. I don't know how many year arms there were, but there were a lot of arms in play with this. And then there was the old Fed. The Fed also could have staved things off by working with the mortgage rate and doing different things to kind of ease back those wild west, real bankers out there and Wall Street guys.
Let me see if I got this correct. There was a commission that was put together by the federal government to investigate why we are where we at.
Exactly.
And all this money and resource and time, and what they've come to realize is that it's based on consumers' inability to control their greed.
Absolutely.
Products that were put out there that enticed people to do the things that they would naturally do beyond their means.
Oh, yeah.
And a government that isn't really regulating and is turning their head away from the ball.
Yeah, exactly.
So all of this in a commission just basically went through all this just to figure out what we already knew.
Yeah, it's called stating the obvious. And, the government's really good at doing that.
Oh, we love these programs, don't we?
We do. And, the other thing is, they forgot one little thing out because, when the federal government creates their own stuff, they leave out their own programs usually as to what the problem is. And you might remember some of the government programs that came out of Congress that lowered those standards for renting or leasing or getting homes and mortgages and things like that. So, kind of crazy. We know it's the obvious, but we're just wanting you to know where your tax dollars were going.
Another beautiful program and money well spent. Thank you, Mark.
Like HAFA.
Like HAFA. Hey, here's some new news, Mark. Did you know that last week FHA terminated the approval of 15 mortgage bankers?
I did know that, yeah.
Just based on unscrupulous activity and mortgages that are going bad. In addition, they did not reapprove the direct endorsement of some banks to actually do underwriting for FHA loans.
Wow.
How do you like that one?
You know what? I don't know. FHA seems like it's kind of a big deal when it comes to lending these days. So you might want to check and make sure your lenders aren't on those lists because you don't want to have government actually underwriting. You want an FHA approved underwriter in-house.
The good news is, though, if you've gotten through underwriting, you can still complete that transaction. If not, you need to seek out a new approved FHA lender.
Oh, good news, Steve.
That's good news.
Here's your tip of the day. What's one way that we can go out and effectively reach those homeowners that are in distress? I'll tell you what. Target the notice of default or the list pendants, depending on what it is in your area, and go after those people to give them advice. And how do you do that? You send them some letters. You, in some cases, can do some skip tracing on them and actually get their phone numbers if you want to try to call them. But they don't typically answer their phone because they're getting a million creditor calls. So here's one thing you can do. You can canvass their neighborhood. And you can actually target them by going door knocking. Now, hold on. I'm not asking you to become a Mormon or a Jehovah's Witness and start knocking doors. Although that's fine if you want to do that. What I'm telling you to do is go as a professional, as a resource, and say, hey, I'm here to help. You can list certain products like MapQuest to go ahead and organize your door knocking so you can put all the things in there. Or you can go to Microsoft and get MapPoint. MapPoint is a program. It's a little expensive at first, but it's fantastic for organizing all your addresses. And you actually just plug them in, and then it will go in and optimize it so that you're not going all over the place. Door knocking is still effective. It's always been effective. But when you go with a targeted list with their names and you let them know that they're on the notice of default and you're here to help, it works out really well. And don't try to go in and saying, I will sell your house. Line up some professionals like attorneys, CPAs, and different people that are willing to consult with these people, hopefully free, that you can send them to that you know will send them back to you. All right? Check it out. It works for you. Hey, we'd like to thank you for watching our show, and we'd like to thank our sponsor, Exit Las Vegas Realty Center. And you know what, Steve? Exit has been a wonderful addition to our family. We love Exit. They have great tools. They have excellent skills when it comes to training realtors and teaching them how to advance their business. Fantastic.
And if you like what you've seen and you like our show, feel free to pass it on. Refer it to anybody that, or your friends, Facebook us, tweet us, any of your social networks. We're here for you. We love you guys.
See ya!
Bye. Hey Mark, how do you do some of those special effects?
I'll show you. It's really simple. I can make us reverse. I can make us upside down. I can double you. I can triple you.
Wow.
I can quadruple you. But I don't want any more because that's just way too many Steves to handle.